Well, this got blocked. I'm gonna re-record it here and see. It's over on Rumble, link below. But this is that whole. Oh, it just throws the day into turmoil. Into it just sucks. This was the best reaction of the day. This is the best reaction I've had in a while. It was great. I was moved and affected. It was awesome. And nope, no good. Can't do it. 4 minute song, 20-minute reaction. Somehow I must be using, it just gets you frustrated. We're back, and it's technically morning. Technically. But I had a lot of stuff left over from the 4th, and that's it. That's all. Took a while to get started. Billy Currington. People are crazy. Let's check this out. Oh, wait, man. I gotta check, make sure I didn't. Oh, yeah. Ooh, ooh. There's one. I missed one. You couldn't tell because I have a screen on there because of the Vivo thing. But, yeah, had a volume that wasn't turned all the way up. That's a mess. It's a mess. Everything's a mess. Oh, shit. It's a total mess. Wait a minute. Given the opportunity to do a first listen reaction to a song called People Are Crazy, and this is one of my ultimate points. If I really that's maybe a perfect opportunity right there to get something right and change the subject from myself to others. But no, we'll have to start out with yes, people are crazy, and I might be one of them.
This old man and me, we're at the bar and we're having us some beers and swapping out on cares, talking politics, blonde and redhead chicks, old dogs and new tricks and habits we ain't kicked.
Whoa, I'm not shitting you. Got a little. Yeah, no, so the subject matter. I don't really care about the tone. I got hardcore bros that just would not. They're never. I was just reading. Where these links came from. This is a super personalized reaction for one of the bus riders. So if it seems weird, it's probably not you. I got plenty of people who, will never accept even trying to listen to country. And we're way over that event horizon. I'm getting sucked down into good people make good music everywhere, and it's in the messaging. Holy smokes, give me a little goosebump feelings almost, because Roland bartended quite a bit. So instead of relating to the story personally, I relate to listening to people do this. I don't remember their names anymore. It was two gentlemen. They come in from work, talk and play pull tabs, and they had all their own problems, and trust me, some days I regretted being able to sell them the pull tabs. But listening to the stories and the Tendon Bar, as a stepping stone to Congress, maybe not so much, but as a stepping stone to insight into human nature, perfect. Totally. It's just, I'll shut up.
This old man and me, we're at the bar and we're having us some beers and swapping out on cares, talking politics, blonde and redhead chicks, old dogs and new tricks and habits we ain't kicked. We talked about God's grace and all the hell we raised. And then I heard the old man say, God is great, beer is good, and people are crazy. He said I fought 2 wars, been married and divorced. What brings you to Ohio? He said, damn if I know. We talked an hour or 2 about every girl we knew, what all we put them through, like 2 old boys will do. We pondered life and death. He lit a cigarette, said these damn things will kill me, yeah. But God is great, beer is good, and people are crazy. Last call is 2 a.m. I said goodbye to him. I never talked to him again. Then one sunny day, I saw the old man's face. Front page obituary, he was a millionaire. He left his fortune to some guy he barely knew. His kids were mad as hell, but me, I'm doing well. And I drop by today to just say thanks and pray. And I left a 6-pack right there on his grave. And I said, God is great, beer is good, people are crazy.
Now Ange gets mad, but I don't know who to take it out on. Oh, you bastard. In the best, most loving way. Oh. Shit. Oh, I'm not fucking sad at all. It's the human side of reality, isn't it? So fucking cool.
And I left a 6-pack right there on his grave. And I said,
Ha!
God is great, beer is good, and people are crazy.
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck, Mike. You know what? The sad truth is, why ain't we going back to, I don't go back to Dimash, and I haven't done a bunch of stuff that people want, because in the comments, it's all in there. How can you not be emotionally, how can this singer not? I've been explaining it from the get-go. Oh, fuck. Fucking emotions should be real and come from a place that actually is real in you. Has nothing to do with a high note. My God, it has nothing to do with some God-given gift. If you ask me, it's about another human's ability to connect to another human. Now, this is a narrow band. Not everybody would love this, right? Whether it's the country nature, the fact that half of the people nowadays, how old's this song? can't even have an open conversation about everything. They'd be so offended. Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, well, 14 years will do that to a society. So much of this hits home. Yeah, I wish I had a smoke. I'd light one right up now. Why do I not care if I have to whatever? Well, because that's real. I'm trying my best to cut back on the shit that's bad for me. But you know what? I also want to make sure I wake up tomorrow ready to go. And if that means sitting in the bar having a cocktail and a cigarette, telling war stories, so be it. If that means living by the book and working a program every day so I can get up tomorrow, so be it. I do know that whatever the combination of elements is that will get me to get up tomorrow can't be delivered by a single commercial person, quick fix manual or self-help book. That no all-encompassing idea works at all. That it's there's the individualism. You want to find your individual center? I highly recommend, for entertainment purposes only, of course, that you start with, what the fuck am I talking about? Oh, yes, our own inner peace. What makes us wake up tomorrow? There's your, I see. I get so worried because I don't want certain people to think I'm telling them anything. I'm not telling anybody anything. I just have a manner of speech that likes to project it out there at everybody else. I hope, so that's all the use. I got to work on that. I'm working on that. Individualism. Maybe it's the core sum of all the things you need to have. The coping, the whatevers. The list is so massive and different for each individual. But there it is. I mean, what's the combination of stuff you need to function every day? That's probably what makes up you. It's not some T-shirt, right? It's not some branding. Whoops. It wasn't yesterday's date-driven celebratory practices. That was part of the narrative we all follow along with. The individual thing was not feeling jilted with my cheap-ass fireworks, and we just had a blast anyways. Hopefully it'll be done by tomorrow. We'll share it. It's honestly, you want to watch cool fireworks, go watch somewhere, where they took taxpayers' money to do it. Our couple little explosions weren't memorable, but they were a really good time. That's kind of what I'm trying to say. Is our ability to cope with the little and make a lot of it that maybe helps us be individual people. We didn't gauge our entire value on the experience. We made all of it fun, no matter how big or small, kind of deal. Kind of making the best of your ability to cope and make the best out of every situation. Yeah, the sum of that is the individualism, not the facade, in my personal opinion. Okay, I throw myself off by protecting myself by letting you know it's all for entertainment, because I don't know shit. But if I'm close, I give it a shot. Even if it's not close and it's just my own personal whatevers. It's all worth it. But yeah, this has been, Yeah, I had to get through that. Boy, that made me. I know what it is. I can make it really simple. It completely reminds me why I engage in conversation like I do here on the show instead of keeping it safe. Because in the end, it's the ability to connect on all those levels. Don't tell me. So you know what I worry about? Okay, yeah. I didn't make nothing simple. I can't make shit simple. I worry about anybody who tells me there's certain subjects they're not allowed to talk about. And then how, bless their hearts, my father and my grandfathers perpetuated a problem by saying this, that, and the other are not appropriate conversation. Well, that's where the fences get put up. You know why we got fences? Because we can't somehow talk about something, but then all the sacred truths that we've talked about weeks ago are on both sides of the fence. So until you can relate on a level where you realize your core truths are the same, it's just your people are crazy bits that everyone wants to judge, but in the end, your hearts are almost all the same because they're sacred truths across the entire globe, embedded within humanity. And yeah, instead of this being a simple country song, everything should be a path to something better. Now, for me, I'm just nuts, and I think it makes me better. Okay, it doesn't make me actually better. I just want more. I want to think about things other than, oh, what a nice song. Pretty fireworks. I go work today. Got to be more than that. And it can't just be written on the front of my t-shirt. It's got to be in there. So yeah, holy shit, this was complicated. Why do I hold off on certain artists? Because all the people who subscribe and like, they want you to, they think you're supposed to break down so they can have some connection because you're emotionally moved by something they are. And I think I've had to struggle with this shit from day one. I have no clue what will emotionally register. But I know I can't help it when it does. So it gets to be a handful, right? But I'm appreciative. I'm super appreciative. This is a good reaction. This is what the whole point is. My God, the clip's right down there. If you want to hear the song People Are Crazy, go listen to it. It's awesome. And it's certainly not about winning the lottery because you talk to an old man. No. It's all that other shit. That's the connection he made. Knowing that moment in time meant more to that dude than everything else. Oh, I get it. Oh, I get it so much.
Day, just say thanks and pray. And I left a 6-pack right there on his grave. And I said, God is great, beer is good, and people are crazy. God is great, beer is good, and people are crazy. God is great, beer is good, and people are crazy.
So what I really miss is when I was grateful enough to work in the nightclubs and shit, I meet people all the time. And I believe this is not the first time I've said this. This will not be a reiteration. Or it will be a reiteration. I love talking to strangers. And I like meeting new people. And I really love making an actual connection in the shortest amount of time possible. So then instead of us going, oh, we're just like, I so relate to this. And this ain't a put on. This is why, well, Mike, thank you. You know, don't you? Don't ya? See? So, there's got to be a bunch of weird stuff inside me that makes me my own unique individual, because obviously some of me is as open as a book. We'll see if that's a twofer, because we got one more coming, but, you know, who knew it was going to take 20 minutes? Oh, wait. We did. All right, I'm done with this one. Shit.